We're going to get into one of our first topics today. This one has to do with good old Grummz. Grummz decided to make a post that went pretty crazy, man. I'm very jealous of his Twitter numbers, man. He's got so many haters watching him. This one was actually a little late addition to the card today, but I found it. I thought it was very interesting, and I felt like we were going to have a lot to talk about. Grummz apparently made a promise that he had something from 2016, but he had to go find it. Ended up being something from DC Comics artist. He said, found it. This is the guide that they lauded in 2016 by a DC Comics artist. The literal blueprint every AAA game and comic now uses to defeminize characters. Patient zero of woke femme design. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's what they wanted to push. They succeeded, but they tanked sales. So if you look at the picture here, this was drawn out by someone who wanted to make female characters not exactly super sexualized, obviously for reasons that we already know their fucking mindset, right? So this is their thought process. And I actually have the list, and we're going to go over the list, but I want you guys to remember this picture. It's like 7 different segments, head to toe. Let me bring up the list here, and then we can start talking about this because it's actually kind of ridiculous. So it starts off, drawing women sexy is an automatic response to many artists, done without thought. I was like that for many years until I recognized it. If you choose to draw women sexy, that's fine. It's not, because look at what happened to Stellar Blade, but that's neither here nor there. Discussing alternatives and recognizing patterns should not threaten you. My intent is to help those who want to promote change in their work, which can be challenging, not to shame those who choose otherwise. I choose Power Girl with boob window because she's often objectified, and to show even she can be drawn differently if an artist considers certain things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, objectification seems to only go one way. You know, they are perfectly fine objectifying men in every avenue imaginable. But the moment you start talking about women, suddenly it becomes a problem. Let's start off. I want to do every single point, and then we all can have our opinions because there's a lot of people here, and we'll do one point at a time. So let's start with the first one. Number 1, a common expression in comics. Eyes are lidded, mouth is pouty. It looks to promote a sense of sexiness and lessens personality. This is the feminine version. Mm-hmm. Non-feminine version, it looks like a dude, says personality and uniqueness first is what that represents. Think of distinct facial features outside the usual. Promote thought in eyes. What is she thinking of? Now, you guys can chime in while I bring the picture back up so that we can see the comparison while you guys talk about it. So talk about that.
I don't care what she's thinking of. I just want to fuck her.
Personality expression can be shown in what you're wearing and your looks.
Yeah, I mean that whole thing with the eyes thing. I mean, look, she looks dead. Like, look on the right. Like, what am I supposed to get from that? On the left, she looks
wants
like
to destroy
she's
your
trying
balls.
to. But
Well,
on the right, she looks demonic. Like,
see?
it just
Real
looks
quick.
weird.
Real quick, what do you guys see, Kata? What do you see? What changes you see?
So
Just in the face.
obviously, on the right, that they're like insinuating the jawline, like they're squaring it. They're making sure that you can see the square. Like
Okay.
on the left, they do it a little curve. Right on the right, side, they're doing the square. Look at the nose. What the fuck is that nose? Like, come on, man. And the eyes look dead. Like, you're trying to say, oh, what is she trying to express? There is an actual expression on the left. There's none on the right. So what are you talking about? And of course, you got to get into the hair. Look at the hair. She has the swoop going that way. It just looks goofy.
Can I
as
mention
fuck.
one thing about the hair since you brought it up?
Okay.
Just really quick.
Kevin
then
always
Gooch can
notices
go.
hair.
Gooch can go. No, it's so with the hair, I'm actually a little confused about the hair. So both hair is short, right? That we can tell. But to me, it looks like the right side is super messy, and on the left side is a little more well kept. Am I bugging? Like looking at it?
No, it looks like that.
It looks also more healthy. The person on the left looks more healthy. And what they want to establish is here a new role for the paradigm of the eye to evaluate a human being. So to like a human being that looks unhealthy, that looks less attractive, that is less beautiful, that has more imperfections. They want you to demasculinate the man by getting used to lower quality standards, which of course will reduce population because of course it lowers the testosterone level in our body. Because because men are programmed, are wired through the reptilian center, through everything, how we are programmed, is to look for more beauty, because more beauty means for us subconsciously more beautiful children, more healthier people, more, procrastination, less procrastination and more activity. Right. It's more vitality, it's more life. So they want to kind of lower our standards of life and perception and evolution through this.
So let's
it's the same reason.
I want to stick to the face. Let's do each.
You guys have
you just want to stick to the face because I can.
Yeah, we're doing a section.
As an artist,
guys, hold on.
Jesus
Christ. Time out.
I'm trying to talk.
Stick to the face. Gooch, go ahead. What number one?
Because the face. They're trying to do a 3/4 shot. I'm not worried about the nose because sometimes with the nose, if you watch a lot of artists, you can see, that's pretty sloppy, but still, I'm looking at everything else Hypnotic because I'm an artist, but there's a lot of things that I would love to touch on besides just the face, because if you're looking at the face though, like the jawline is different. It's more masculine. It's got a square jaw. She has I want to jump into more of the body because it's not a female.
We're gonna get there. Don't worry. That's literally number 2. So
I'll let me come to the body because the face, it's just the jawline. They're trying to make it more masculine.
It's not just the jawline.
Atreus, what do you notice?
The lips.
The lips too.
The fucking lips are obviously defeminized. They don't want the lips on the left look like. You notice how Kylie Jenner just came out and talked about how she regrets everything she did with her lips. She literally went and got surgery on her lips so that they can be fuller. So, I mean, she looks less feminine on the right because of multiple things, including the square jaw. But the lips on the left make her look a lot more seductive, attractive. And then on the right, I mean, somebody said dead. I mean, she looks like a fucking elf. The only thing that's missing on the right is the pointy ears. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Also,
Gooch, I just want to point out that you said you'll come to the body later. Specify which body, because you might have some questions if it's the one on the right.
Okay, if I can talk about the body, or do you
it was a sex joke, bud.
And nobody got it. I don't believe
it was a cum joke.
Yeah.
Thank you to our corner of nonsense.
I did notice the lips being a lot thinner. That's for sure. For me, I noticed that the ears were bigger and also hanged lower. The nose, they got kind of like that. I mean, I don't want to call it a Jewish
Rocky
nose.
Dennis.
That's really like what it is. They have kind of like that.
Spot,
they don't have the arch going inward to give a nice, fine, like soft feature nose. It's kind of like that. Really,
it's how Akira Toriyama draws noses. That's like a Frieza or a Jiren nose.
Yeah, it's got a wide bridge.
It's kind of a Jiren nose. Yeah, a little bit.
It is.
I don't know about
the
Frieza.
hair. The hair on the left has been kind of like curled, which is traditionally kind of a feminine thing. Like it could almost fit in with a Disney. There's right where the hair leaves the head, there's a little uptick before it comes down to imply volume. That's gone. And it's just overall messy on the right. Looks like Link's hair.
The eye position is not right. The nose is botched.
Too far apart.
Right, the mouth, the expression of the mouth is of insecurity, of retraction. Where the mouth, of course, we see is wide open. Of course, it looks sexual, but it's open. The whole expression on the left is open. On the right, it's contracted. It's retracting. It's more closed. So you have less connection to the facial kind of values of the face, and you can't establish like an emotional connection to the character on the right.